Meta has opened NFT sharing on Instagram and Facebook to all users in the US. So American users can now connect their crypto wallets to Instagram and share their NFTs with all of their friends and followers. This while Meta announced a hiring freeze, causing fears of layoffs, according to a report by Bloomberg. So I checked my Instagram this morning. Apparently this is not available in Canada yet. I am assuming that none of you
Canada
have connected your
again.
wallets. I know, just rugged by Canada. What do you think of this? Do you think that this is what's going to bring that mainstream shareability to NFTs, or are we still waiting for that startup that's being built during BUIDL season to come up and become the NFT social sharing platform that we all, maybe not you guys here on the panel, but we all want? Will, what do you think?
It's cool they got this done before a lot of crypto companies did, right? Like, it took a while for a lot of crypto projects to get their NFT markets live. It took Coinbase till like earlier this year to be able to do that. So I think that's notable that they got like this cross functionality. But let's turn to the more important story, which is Meta slashing its workforce possibly, and at the very least, freezing hiring so far. Meta's stock price is down 60% year to date. And a lot of tech stocks are down, a lot of stocks in general are down, but 60% is pretty brutal. And that calls for some action, which Mark Zuckerberg is definitely taking right now. He said that they're going to make sure that the firm is a little bit smaller going into next year. They have about 83,000 employees. They're saying that a lot of teams will be reshuffled, unsuccessful people will be moved out of the organization. Think we're going to see a different Facebook going to the next few years, which is interesting because they've only grown, right? Like, Facebook is probably the tech stock of the last 10 years, and they've really only gone up. But we're in a different environment at this point, and I think that is the thing to watch with like macro headwinds and everything else going on. Like, the fact that Facebook is taking note of this and taking action, I think the party is over, and that could spell trouble for a lot of people out there who are in tech. Zach, I want to throw it over to you, get your take.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to play around with this, but I'm curious to see what like the buying and selling functionality is. I think, Instagram is very intentional here, saying, showcasing your NFTs, right? But once you showcase an NFT, obviously you may be able, with some degree of friction, or maybe not, I don't know. I'm curious to see what the degree of friction is. You are able to potentially sell and buy those things. If you're following your favorite creator and you see an NFT and you click on that NFT and maybe it takes you to like, I don't know, OpenSea or whatever. Again, this is the thing that I didn't play out with. That might be potentially powerful for some creators who are surely going to be on Instagram rather than some scrubby Web3 social platform where nobody is, right? The thing about these platforms is that they are where the party is. For as much as we love to hate on Twitter, that is where the party is. It has the critical mass. It's the thing that people want. They want to go where people are. So the fact that creators are going to be on these big platforms, and if they can bring some of the best of Web3 to that, I think that's a pretty powerful proposition. If I'm a creator who's spending my time building my brand on Instagram and I'm able to sell, again, this is the part that I don't know exactly how frictionless it is. I'm able to sell my NFTs to my adoring fans by way of the platform that I'm already investing my time in. I think that's potentially really powerful, because if NFTs really are about community, not about a quick buck in terms of flipping the hottest JPEG, if they really are about a community and that's where the community is convening, then that's pretty cool that Instagram is adding that functionality. But I don't know. That's just my take. Danny, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's really the importance of getting the creatives. The creatives need to get their stuff out there into the world, and like you said, these scrubby Web3 platforms aren't doing the trick. Just last night, I was minting a sound NFT for our favorite crypto musician, Ben Kessler.
Shout out to Ben Kessler.
Shout out to Ben Kessler, friend of the show, friend of the newspaper. And who's buying this NFT? I saw Cooper Turley, Blockchain Brett. There was the same crowd that buys every single thing. Why is that? One reason is because these guys are just cornering the market on all music NFTs. But the other reason is because they're the only ones who know that these scrubby NFT platforms exist. And getting those creators over to Instagram, where they might be able to monetize their work to a much broader audience that isn't already in the crypto scene, is going to be potentially a really big difference maker for the viability of this stuff to get beyond that core audience.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to
just
throw
want
one
to
more
add.
thing out here. Go ahead, Jen.
Go for it, Will. Okay, I'll go quick. I'll go super
Sure.
quick. I want to add that the wallets that you're able to connect to Instagram with are the mainstream ones. So we have Coinbase, Dapper Labs, MetaMask, Rainbow, and Trust wallets. And I agree with you. This is where the community is, right? And if NFTs are really about empowering creators, creators are on Instagram. And so this makes a ton of sense to me. I think there are probably a lot of startups that are building that are getting a little scared watching this. And Will, I don't know if you're going to talk about the layoff news, but I want to add in one little point. When I was reading this, I thought back to last year when Meta announced that they were hiring 10,000 people to build the metaverse and how quickly times have changed. So I wonder what these layoffs will mean for Meta's metaverse play. Maybe that's a little on hold. Maybe they're going to focus on this low-hanging fruit in this NFT in their NFT product, and maybe we'll have to wait before we can see Mark Zuckerberg in the metaverse again. Will, last thoughts?
If you get laid off in real life, do you get laid off in the metaverse? I think a lot of Facebook employees are about to find out. The last thing I want to add on here is about stock prices again. I'm just going to keep going back to that. You guys keep talking about NFTs, and I can't say it. Just I can't be drawn to that conversation right now. Facebook's stock market cap is equivalent or lower than ExxonMobil's now. It's the first time in 5 years. And I think that really shows you how we're seeing a rebalancing in what people care about. People aren't going to care about tech for a little bit. People aren't going to care about NFTs for a little bit. So it's great they launched this platform, and I think it's going to be awesome for some creators out there. But I think the market is really rebalancing what people care about right now.